Hi, this video is about Sam Altman's recent tweet and post about Goal 3, and he's kind of on the circuit talking about AI agents and the kind of practicality of the statements that he's making, which basically he says, hey, now that we've got O1 or Strawberry, now we can make agents much better. It should happen a lot faster. And my answer to that is you could have made good agents for quite some time with GPT-4 if you build them properly. And I think people really need to take a step back and look at OpenAI. So far, they're basically just been a model company, and AI agents are not just LLMs. They're actually being able to use LLMs from more of an AI engineering standpoint. And O1 is the first step in that they've taken, at least publicly with their models, into the AI engineering space. And so I wouldn't necessarily look to them to be the leaders of this. And I'll make my case here in this video. So let's just kind of cover what Goal 3 is, and I'll put a link to this here, and this is like an old post from 2016. Measure progress, whatever, build a household robot. This is somebody changed this to build a robot girlfriend, and then here's Goal 3, to basically build an AI agent with useful natural language understanding. So their idea is that to build an AI agent, O1 makes it much, much easier. And my answer to that is, if you build them poorly, then yes, O1 certainly helps a lot. And what is the poor way to build AI agents? To make them LLM-centric. This is how everybody is building them. I see so many people defining agents as, oh, it's an LLM on a loop, or oh, it's an LLM that uses tools, oh, it's an LLM that makes decisions. It's thinking of an AI agent as an LLM is going to be extremely limiting. It is limiting, and it is the reason. It's the main reason why so many companies and so many people are struggling with agents. And O1 helps a lot, but by switching the frame on to build them correctly, build them much more optimally to where you open up a lot of the opportunities. Yes, O1 helps in some scenarios, but you don't need it nearly as much, and you didn't need it before in order to build good AI agents. So what you end up doing with an LLM-centric agent is you try to shove as much of the solution to the LLM, and this creates all sorts of problems. It makes it much more challenging to solve more advanced problems or to solve a set of problems. And you need basically the most advanced LLM in order for this to improve a lot of the possibilities for what can be done. Now, how do you build AI agents well? Well, you make them software-centric. The LLM is not the center of it. In fact, what you do is you pick apart the problem into smaller pieces, and you pull as much of the solution out of the LLMs as possible. Now, a lot of computer science PhDs find this to be less interesting, but this is a much, much more effective way to solve problems with LLMs. And what you end up with, at least in our experience, is something on the order of about a quarter or about 50% of the solution is actually the LLM. The rest is actually classic coding, leveraging, like preparing the data for the LLMs or solving other problems that it's faster, cheaper, less expensive to solve with just classic deterministic coding. Another advantage that you get of this is that part of the challenge that people are running into with AI agents is the lack of reliability. By pulling as much of the solution out of the LLM and only having it solve a key part of the problem that only an LLM could solve, is that you get a much more narrow problem for it to solve. And therefore, you get much, much higher reliability. And it becomes much easier to solve problems. And you can use the least advanced LLM that will actually solve the problem. Sometimes what we use is a very lightweight LLM because that's all we need for a specific step of the software. And O1 helps, certainly, for certain scenarios, but is not needed to build good AI agents. It's basically, since GPT-4, we could build pretty good agents if you build them software-centric and not LLM-centric like everyone else is doing. So I would rebuff Sam's idea that, hey, now we can build better agents, it's going to move really fast. Well, I think they're still in the LLM-centric frame, so I would expect them to actually have trouble with building really good agents. I think that they're going to have trouble with agents in a lot of ways until they move into a more AI engineering, software-centric approach. Maybe they will, but I think they'll have to, because this way of building agents and just AI-powered software in general is far superior. It opens up a lot of more opportunities, but it tends to be less interesting to nerds because it leans on the magic boxes, the new technology, less. And so they want to solve everything or most of the solution with the LLMs, with the new technology, because that's more interesting and that's more cool, at least to them. But to me, I'm actually, looking at this from a very practical real world perspective. There's a lot of R&D and work with clients that backs this up, to where when you pull as much of the solution out of the LLMs and you break the problem into smaller parts and you try to solve it with software, deterministic classic coding first, you get much better, much more reliable, much faster and solutions that you can solve a much wider range of problems. So if you would like a free custom AI implementation roadmap for your organization, feel free to give us a call or click the link below. And if you like this video, please like it. If you have any comments or you disagree with me, what do you think? Put in the comments. Happy to discuss it with you. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.